Recording started.
Hi there everyone, Musical Haver back. We're in Rome with some scenery. We did have a controller as I logged on, but yeah. Controllers are dropping like flies. They come up, they stay for 5 minutes, they leave. Hi there Josh. Anyway, I've modified my flight plan a little bit compared to what I filed even originally. So we're going to be taking off out of Rome, kind of heading out to this ocean, then coming back at this point, then heading into this controller's airspace, and then going down this controller's airspace and across, avoiding this little space here, and then coming across Greece. With any luck, that means that we'll get into Istanbul with some centres online. But of course, this is an event, so it could be that we just end up in Honeycomb again. Yeah, anyway, it's about a 2-ish hour flight, similar to the amount of distance that we covered last time. Going to jump on board, get ourselves ready for departure. Apparently GSX doesn't like door 1, and so it wants to load everything into door 2. More to the point, it wants to load Aerobridge number 1 onto door 2, and it wants to pretend that door 2 is door 1 and there is no such thing as door 1. So anyhow, let's jump on, get ourselves ready. Battery to start, and on to the ground power. This aircraft can actually do that the other way around. You can go ground power and just leave ground power with the battery off. The aircraft will boot up, but you can't align the IRS in that situation. You need to have the battery on to align IRS. Anyhow, we'll wait for that to load up. I just realised that I have moved my position again, so let's get that back. Great shout out to Matt for his donation of essentially buying the plane for me. Door management. Going to disarm, don't need that. Disarm door 2, let's open that up. Door 5, open that up. Check out maintenance. Nothing really needed at the moment. It's basically a new aircraft. See you there, Josh. Have a good night. It is 9 PM here in Aussie. And I reckon we'll be on the ground in Turkey at about 11:30 PM. Give or take. Going to move this switch over, make it 5,000. Actually, it's 4,000 here in this part of the world. No, any key, good to see you back. EFB, grab our flight. Turkish 909 Quebec Delta. 9 Quebec Delta. And I've gone and misplaced my pen. Unfortunate, because if I don't write things down, I do forget them. There it is, found it. THY 9QD. Departure. Airport. Parking. Cool. Coming down here, we want FMS. I literally updated the nav data while we're gone and it still says it hasn't. Don't know why. Maybe that's a bug. Yeah, let's even get the route request straight up. Bang, done. Set the payload, set the fuel, and select the route. Nice. Known bug, good to know. That is annoying. That is exceptionally annoying. I need to reset that to be real time and not 30 seconds. Route 1, uploading. Yeah, getting the MD11 coming up. To be honest, I'm not really that interested in the 777 freighter at this stage. Maybe later, but for now, all the passenger variants are all I care about. Basically, the one we are sitting in right now is fine. Bugs to be addressed, and then after that the 200ER would be my next interest, which would of course require a bunch of engine options. Gonna hit activate and go. She wants inertial position set. Performance accept. And we want the 0 fuel weight. $207.2. There goes my mouse again. Gonna have to recharge that overnight. Been using it to work at home, so it's been having its own issues. Load that. 200ER, yeah, sure. That's another aircraft. I wouldn't use it as much as this aircraft, so I'll have to think about that for a while and probably sit on it until I really have routes for it. Most of those routes would be United Airlines flights going in and out of DFW or Denver and Chicago, maybe Hawaii. But yeah, the 200ER is probably my next tier down from this aircraft. To be honest, this is probably the best one, and I'm probably going to just stick with this for quite some time. This and the MD11. VNav, bip bip, forecast, go. Interesting. I didn't get any microfreezes last flight that I did, apart from that big one that crashed the sim by pressing the clear button 3 times. Okay, we're going to be flaps 15, CG set. Let's go over here and get ourselves some numbers. That said, I just want to know what the meta is doing. Don't know. It'll be TWIP. Drop that out. Sending. Stabilizer motion. Love it. Certainly is an aircraft, that MD. We could get hands-on back on it again. And when people were complaining that, you know, oh, Vatsim's going to be flooded with 777s and pilots that don't know how to fly it. The 777 flies like a 737. It's fine. It's actually easier to fly than a 737. It does everything a 737 does by itself. You don't even need to ask. MD-11 on the other hand, that's different. That's a bizarre aircraft to fly. The way the auto throttle works on the MD is just nothing like this aircraft. Okay, want that. Cav OK, 27 degrees, 1013, 280 at 10. 28, 9, 10, and 12, 30, 40. So, 3 4s probably. Yeah, 777 as easy as an Airbus. It's like if you took a 737 and just airbusted it. Okay, our departure, as per our flight plan, should be PPX, or PEPIX. Let's do airport. Three, 4 left is what I want, but I think 2-5 is actually a pretty good option. Yeah, it's wind 280. It's going to be 1025. Cool. Let's do that. And what's the PEPIX out of here? It isn't one. Interesting. No, SID. Let's see what every SID is. Need the designation index to give me a clue. It needs to give us like runways. There are on Pilot Area 25. No, you just have to go through them all. Gives you no clue. Oh, Zerby. I think that's one of them. That's not. Certainly not. I'm happy with that Zerby one. Then we need the rest of this stuff. That's the initial departures, but you need the other bit. The bit after the initial. I'm going to stick the Zerby in. Let's do that. What's Zerby? XIRB. That one must be 5 Alpha. Yes, it is. And then must be the PEP. Because we're a PEPIX, weren't we? PEPIX, yep, PEP. PEP 9 Alpha. Sorted. Going to go on to 124.75. Just double check that we're not meant to be with them. Center Turkish 9 Quebec Delta at Roma. Just checking if you're doing clearances out of Rome. The sound of a controller that can't hear you. Wunderbar. Alright, we'll do the Unicom thing. Yes, new message, I don't care. Alright, let's do the rest of that departure brief thing. Performance. We are runway 25. As always, I hate flaps 5. Okay, it'll be 144, 147, 152 on a D rate 45. Cool. And 154 in the box. I said 155, but 1 knot difference, I don't mind. Cool, let's have a look at our departure. See if I can find that PEPEX thing in the SIDS. Departures. PEPEX, there he is. Gotcha. Alright, pinned stars. I can see his text, but he's obviously not hearing us. So that would mean he's not covering Rome, which makes sense because he covers the other half of the country, split down the middle, the wrong side of the Appians. Anyhow, we are flying this departure out to Romeo Foxtrot 777. Max 200 knots at that space. Down to Zibri above 3,000. Initial climb is above 3,000. To find the rest of the departure, we go through a different chart and find what happens after Zibri. And that's Elvin above 3,000. And PEPEX above 10,000, above 11 at Rotorn. Okay, other than being above 3,000 feet, we don't have any hard limits. My recollection of flying out of Rome with air traffic controllers is that they tend to give either 3,000 or 4,000 feet, which is horrifically short climb. Anyway, let's get ourselves ready to go. We need the AP going. Pop that in. Righto, I believe I heard a ding, which sounds to me like passengers are done. Let's close some doors. Everything down that side. Oh, we do. They want some other doors open, I guess. Cargo doors. Cargo doors. Give them those open for the moment. Okay. Right, that looks good. Let's run this open. QNH 1012, set across the bob.
Passengers boarding started.
Well, it's good to see the loaders are putting the baggage into the actual cargo doors and not just randomly somewhere on the aircraft. Ah, it's a British Airways, probably going to London. I see Istanbul has gone offline again. And London's gone offline again. Is there anywhere that's going to stay online? Dubai and I guess Tehran. With Doha being ostensibly not available. That's annoying.
Réunion 972 Alpha, good day, level 330.
Get a nice breeze in here.
Squawk 5362, Réunion 972 Alpha.
The amount of ATC coming on for 5 minutes and leaving is
Direct Latam,
quite a lot.
Réunion 972 Alpha.
Let's close that one. And the other one. Do, 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 do. Yeah, it's simply not sitting there.
Honeycomb 128, Carbon to Navigraph.
Yes, it's time to close the windows. Okay, let's run a check. Oxygen tested, flight instruments set, park and brake is set. New control switches are cut off. Pre-flight checklist complete. Before start, flight deck door is closed and locked. Passenger signs are on. MCP is set with 4,000 feet, 154. Heading, it's going to be 246. Takeoff speeds have been set. We have 144, 147, 154. CDE pre-flight is completed with the departure set. Trim, going to be set for 3.75, which is pretty much where it's at now. Taxi and takeoff brief. Okay, looking at taxi. We're currently over at the stand there. We'll be pushing back nose to the right. Taxi out via Mike. Let's go Bravo after that. It eventually does. So, Mike. I'm going to say Tango, Bravo, all the way out to Bravo Alpha. Entering the runway, which is 3,300 meters. After departure, it is via the Zibri 5 Alpha RNAV. That takes us down to Zibri, and then we pick up the Pepex 9 Alpha. Cha-cha. Okay, performance is already sorted. What I want is taxi chart and get the doors ready to close. I'm bored of waiting for GSX. Reset position. Close doors. All doors are closed and armed. Let's get that GSX thing on. Beacons are on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Turkish Airlines flight. Sorry, just checking that up for you now. 2075. Service to. Oh, great! I was just being. What the heck is this? Is that another aircraft that's just entered us? Ah, it's the. It's that. My.
Ciao, Atelier 600.
Other ball. And 1208. 1228. $710. Cool, let's disconnect the thingy. We're on APU-NA. And nose to the right. Park and brake. I'm not sure if that's... They said something in Italian to me and I didn't understand. I think it is park and brake. Start at Villa. We're doing engine left. Engine left is starting. And the engine left run. Might be interesting to go back into the back of the aircraft here. And see if I can look at our own wing, bounce it around. Go further back. Okay, we have one good starting engine. We'll start the right side. Right side set to run. KLM triple. Cool. That's 15. Parking brake set. Very good to disconnect.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Clock set. Flight controls. Not into the sounds. I think the engine start sounds okay, but anything above about 50% N1, no. I'd even go as far as saying about 40% N1 to 80% N1 sounds just trash. There goes our Italian. Checklist. NDR's not required, recall checked, auto brake is set, flight controls are set, and ground equipment has just ways toss. Before takeoff is flaps set. APU can be shut off. Lights are ready for taxi, and I'll just give us a taxi call. Rome traffic, Turkish 9 Quebec Delta is taxiing to runway 25 via Tango and Bravo. TO. Yes, I did put a D rate in. There it is there. Ah. DTO 45. Thanks for that. Parking brakes are released. Kevin's ready. Yes, this is Payware. This is YMK Studios, Roma. It's one of the places I had ended up at a interesting event. So at some point I've flown into here for real for some reason. Can't remember where from. Might have been across the land, probably from Dubai or something. Ah, yes, I didn't update my where we're going and from. Let's do that. Roma to Istanbul. Thank you. Interesting. Welcome to Hong Kong in Cathay Pacific. Assuming that's mid-runway. Yeah, it's early runway. I am also enjoying the aircraft. There's a couple of little niggly bugs. Yeah. Probably the worst one is pressing the clear button on the FMS a couple of times will crash the sim. The sound's meh. The parking brake, not an issue for me because I've actually got rudder pedals. And I know how to read. Terroristy bits. But yeah, it seems like an interesting city and I certainly would enjoy going there as well. And I'll probably want to do it around April so I can do the whole Anzac Day thing down in Dardanelles as well. Get up for the dawn service. Listen to someone else play a bugle instead of being the bugler myself. Because actual serving members are the right person to do that. Not some bloke from a brass band. I am 777 fun, and we'll be doing 777 on F&O in a couple of days too. About 30 hours from now. Can't wait. Do more. Traffic Rome at Turkish 9 Quebec Delta entering runway 25, departure to the south. Testing the radar as we come in.
Monitor radar display. Go around. Wind shear ahead.
Lights going on. Bit more power, come on. Clock's on. Yeah, we had ATC when I was loading up the sim, and now we've only got kind of half of southern Italy with a center controller, and that's it. And Greece. Alright, we're entering. There we go. 50%. Toga. That's the ugliest bit of a takeoff sound ever. Yeah, no RAS. I need to set up the V speeds as well. Rotate. V2. Positive 8. Clear it. But quickly go into that mode. Just caught the end of the gear retraction cycle, that was fun. Flaps 5. And we're going to clear ourselves to climb to flight level 130. Standard set, cross check, flaps 1. I agree, the P3D sounds are much better, which makes no sense given the age of that sim and the age of this one. Flaps up. Really? Someone's dropping OnlyFans links? Someone needs to be banned. Doesn't sound like a GE90. It doesn't sound like an aircraft, man. It sounds like a vacuum cleaner. Hairdryer. I wouldn't mind them being ported. If they're just ported, that's fine, because, you know, a Boeing 777 is, after all, a Boeing 777. I don't want my Boeing 777 to sound like a Boeing 777. Apparently I need to send an SMS code to myself to get into my own account. How annoying. Come on, Twitch. Give me my SMS. Now, in the key, you may not drop in your OnlyFans. There's 10,000. Click, click, click. Bang. Drop the taxi and drop the logo. Checklist. Landing gear is up. Flaps are up. Checklist complete. What was our cruise? I think it's 330. That verified Twitch login code has just come in after several minutes. Dude. And here we are. Banned. Banned the Twitch spammer. La la la. Okay then, let's see what we're doing with progress. Progress is time 1324 for the arrival. 1324 is 12:24. Currently it is 11. Would be 10:47. 13 is 11. So only go at 11:30. How fast can we go? Oh, that's the other thing I want to do. Switch back to the frigating. Dubai's offline. No. That's us there. $320 is fine. What's new? Doing a LARP thing tomorrow where I'm dressing up as Battle Hagrid the Dwarf.
Bridge radar, good day, Emirates 1 Golf Papa with you, flight level 380 inbound Uteno, CPDLC.
Ciao, Emirates 1 Golf Papa, radar contact, descent level 370, proceed direct Top Gun.
Descent flight level 370 and proceed direct Top Gun, Emirates 1 Golf Papa.
Cool. Oh, yeah, it's alright. I've got a friend or ex-person I used to date. We dated 20 years ago for a couple of months. We're in an orchestra together. And yeah, we made contact again. So she's visiting Melbourne for the weekend. Which may occupy my Sunday. Like most of it. So I understand right in the middle of 777 season, but you know, sometimes random stuff like that happens. I'm thinking I'll put the viewpoint for that ever so slightly higher. Something like that. There seems appropriate. Lock that in place. Yeah. Maybe even a little bit over that way, a bit more and zoomed in. There. Goodo. Yeah, that Middle East sector last night was amazing. Tonight, not so much. Everyone's in bed after hammering the 777 yesterday, obviously. Mr. Anykey wants the livery. Let's have a look. Looking good and fine. Yeah, that's fair. I should have used the one from Vatsim.to instead of the downloaded one. Get a dirty livery.
Unicom 228, thank you, buddy.
Yeah, I think the head's about in the right spot. Potentially a touch high, but I am a tall person anyway, so I tend to sit a bit higher. Pity this thing doesn't do anything. It's where you don't have a camera that's working. So what do we have left to do in the Boeing 777? Obviously we have a bug with the clear button that's crashing the sim. That's probably the most important one. The issue with the stars, if you select a star and then select another star over the top of it, it tends to break. So that's a problem. The next one will be the sound.
Alpha, your legal airspace Greece is offline, Unicom 1228.
Although that'll take longer than the obvious next one, which is the brakes. So there's an issue with the easy mode of the brakes. Currently I'm in the realistic mode, and to turn on the parking brake you pull that lever, and to disconnect the brake you push your toe brakes down all the way and hold them for about a second, and that'll disconnect the brakes. If you don't have toe brakes, you're going to have to do something else. You're going to have to probably press a period key or something on your keyboard, which apparently has problems disconnecting the brakes because they don't push all the way down. They kind of slowly do something, and that doesn't work properly. Apparently it can work properly after about 3 to 5 seconds, but anyhow, people are impatient and they tend to do that to the button, which doesn't work. So there's a way to change it in the settings of the FMS down here. think it's PMDG setup. Would be options and simulation. One of the buttons down here. So I have steering hardware type. I have more than that. I have that. I should have done that before. There it is, park and brake. Simple or realistic. I should have been realistic. Funny. Apparently this doesn't change anything. You can have it simple or you can have it realistic. The same. Nothing changes. That's funny. That's what I'm wanting. Rotate V2, positive rate. I've already got the thingy saying V1 via the call out, so I don't need it. But 80 knots would be nice. Do we need airspeed call outs? Why not? They're there. Save fluids, yeah, sure. Service base failures on. Thanks very much. Done. Auto thrust in flare idle override. I'm going to go with off. Yeah. Let's do that. The real plane doesn't have it, so I don't need it either. I can't remember, is that an option? I'll say we want a realistic. Fly it like a stollen. I don't know about the high idle on flare. Is that a thing that the real airplane has or not? Or is that like an option with the airline? I have to read into that a bit. So I know there's a difference between ground idle and flight idle. I think that's related to that. I'm going to stick it on because this is how it's different. Cool. So that's all the simulation things. And that's why I'll have it. Cool. Apparently the pushback function inside the FMS doesn't actually do anything at the moment, as we discovered. Also, you don't have the D-link at the moment, which to be honest is only really useful for while you're at the gate, before and after, but you know, it'd be nice to have. If it's not simulated and just like the buttons are pressable and they go ding and that's it. I'll pay for that. That's cool. At the end of the day, that just gets sent as data, usually to the airline, for doing things like logging hours and how much fuel was burned and that kind of stuff. What time you arrived, were you on time? What is our best altitude? It wants 3.7. Alright, I'm going to refile as 3.7. Cool, sign in use. Well, obviously, because I'm flying it, I have to log out, refile it, and then log back in. Alright, done. And let's go up, 3.7. And to go up, we have to press the button. See the control log out. Oh, see, everyone's gone. Even Greece went. I was so expecting to get into that airspace in like the next 5 minutes. There's no senders on. The world's gone offline. Dang it. Well, I'm interested in getting into bed sooner than expected. And I reckon we can do that by, you know, faffing about in the FMS for a bit. Nothing happening here. Is it FS Actions? No, it's not. PMDG. Ah. Do. What do you reckon? Engine fire? Cargo fire? Bit of both. I will ask you guys. One vote for the cargo. Two votes for the cargo. Ah, that's pinned. One for the engine. Yeah, all of the ATC has just started to go home. We had 3 centers online and now we have none. Yeah, it's definitely going to be that arrival. Oh, that's the other runways. Damn it. Yeah, not having much luck. That's why we fly events and not randomly like this. Alrighty then. Cargo fire aft. Getting up here, we need to open that up. And discharge. Cool. Bottle discharged. Leave it like that. Cool. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Request return to Roma, Turkish Niner, Quebec, Delta. I didn't transmit that, by the way. Because you don't do that on Unicom, that would be dumb. Checklist. Fire protection. Pull on, set 8,000. Now that is left field. It's in the bleed there, isn't it? Pressurization, that's the one. I need to get over to the first officer's side to see it properly. On, increase, 8,000. Currently showing 6,001. Keep it going. Showing 5. Cool. 8, 9, whatever. Page 2. Plan to land at the nearest suitable airport. Let's go. Direct to LIRF arrivals. It's going to do lat. Lat number what? 3 Romeo. Runway 34 left. No, right. Enter, and we just need to go direct to lat. Where's top of the set? 34, right. Out of Rattow. Towers come online at Rome. Oh, it's pretty. What's our arrival time? 12:29. We'll be arriving with nearly 20 ton of fuel. Let's see if that'll go for us. Grab the ATIS 126125.
In progress. Standard 1 means monitor Seoul ground on frequency 121.90. Continue taxi via taxiway Delta and hold short of taxiway Echo Golf. You have received ATIS information. Alpha. This is Seoul Istanbul Airport arrival ATIS information Alpha at time 1150. Type of approach ILS. Runway in use arrivals runway 3 for left and 3 for right. Transition level 70 when, touchdown, 270 degrees, 12 knots, when touchdown, direction variable between 240 degrees and 300 degrees. Cav OK, temperature 28 degrees, 2.17 degrees. UNH 1013 hectopascals, runway conditions. Runway 16 left conditions code 6. Contamination drive. Runway 16 right conditions code 6. Contamination drive. Operational information. Independent parallel ILS approaches in progress. The runway in use runway 16 left and runway 16 right shall be assigned by Roma radar. Reduced runway separation minima procedures in progress. Standard 1 means monitor Seoul ground on frequency 121.90. Continue taxi via taxiway Delta and hold short of taxiway Echo Golf. You have received ATIS information. Alpha.
Ladies and gents, it's the captain speaking from the flight deck. We've had some issues with the cargo department. We have elected to return to Rome at this stage. We made a U-turn, as you might have noticed, and we'll be heading down soon. In preparation for landing, I ask that you return to your seats as soon as possible. This should look like a standard normal landing. Unfortunately, we are unable to proceed to Istanbul at this stage. Let you stay with the very capable hands of the cabin crew. We'll brief you with some of the information for our arrival, and thanks for your patience. Cabin crew on conference. Indeed, Cargo Fire got there first. Do both. We could do both, but I actually like the idea of just returning with standard aircraft that's just had its someone left a laptop in the bag in the back, and it's just caught on fire. We've put it out. Essentially, it's just smoky back there. Obviously, we've had to discharge the agent, so we don't have, you know, contingency to put out more fires. So it's just a standard return, and at this stage we're expecting some ATC back in a row. Only the tower so far, but you know, get a landing clearance. To be fair, a engine fire looks a little bit more chaotic because you lose half the power. But this is, you know, a little bit less intense. And in Vatsim, we don't need to worry about things like controllability and flopping about the sky like a dead fish. You have 3-4 left and 3-4 right. Three, 4 left would be nicer for us. Let's consider that. Cool. Let's head on down. Level 1301 ready. Yeah, that looks okay. Back to normal. Descent checklist. Recall. Check. Notes. Checked. Auto brake. 2. Landing reference. 143 for the approach. Flaps 30. Approach briefing. It's going to be runway 34 left. Non-normal. Fire cargo, obviously. And at some point we'll go into landing mode off as per page 2. And 1187 for the tower.
Log 15 Bravo, wind 270 degrees, 12 knots, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 25, Log 15 Bravo, thank you.
Yes, the battery fire did indeed bring down that UPS 747. That is certainly a thing that did happen. In fact, I probably would have should have diverted to Napoli instead of Rome, but we have tower at Rome, so let's go there. The thing was, the 747 was not carrying a battery. It was carrying like batteries as cargo. So when one battery goes on fire, it makes the next battery catch on fire, which makes the next battery catch on fire, which means the entire cargo compartment just goes kaboom. Massive fire. Hundreds of batteries on fire. It burnt so intensely that the control column, the elevators, literally melted through the controls. Correct, LIRF to LIRF.
Log 15 Bravo, Unicom, ciao.
15 Bravo, Unicom 128, bye bye, thank you.
That's what I was after, seeing some of that wiggle. It's amazing how far away we got from Rome in what felt like, you know, we only just reached cruise. bit further away than I expected from that spot. Surely that has a click spot for up there, right? Alright, maybe not. Okay. When at top of descent, landing altitude selector push to off. Not quite there yet, but nearly. 10 miles. Seven active, eh? Oh yeah, that makes sense. All the fire protection bottles got dumped out, so that's what that is. Fire protection, dump bottle, discharge, squib. Yep. That could be interesting. There's the one that I had fun with last time. All engine generators fail. Boom. Inverter fail. That could come up with some fun, interesting effects. We're on descent. This thing in. Landing alt selector pushed off. Normal check, altimeters. Altimeters 1013. That's ready to go. Minimum altitude on the runway. Oh, I thought I had RLS. Is we're category D, so it'll going to be 226. Rome back to Rome. Seems that way, yeah. Ah, Greece came back. Istanbul's got a tower. That said, we only got to about there, inside the boot. So we still had like 2/3 of the way to go. Anyway, we'll have some actual air traffic control on Saturday. And depending on what time this date is organised for, I doubt that I'll get anything on Sunday, but anyway, there we go. Might get some Saturday night action. Keep it down to 3,000. Altimeter set 1013.
Roma Tower, good day. Itarro 7345, stand 528. Information Bravo on board. Request IFR clearance to Milano Linate F-Pilot.
Hello, 7445, Roma Tower, hello. I need you on even flight level. Do you choose 340, 360?
And 360 is good for Itarro 7345.
7345, thank you. Cleared Linate, Xenol, 5 Alpha departure, Nembo, 7 Alpha transition, runway 25, initial 4000, squawk 1000.
Could you repeat the initially climbed for Itarro 7345?
7345, 4000 feet.
Clear to Milano Linate S-Pilot, VX departure, Xenol 5 Alpha, departure, transition, Nembo 7 Alpha, initially climb 4000 feet, squawk 1000.
Itarro 7345, read back, correct?
10,000. Cabin crew, please reset flag. Osprey's off to Gran Canaria. I wonder if I got any ATC. Ah, that'll be that. Going for an hour already. One 157. That'll be them. Yeah, there are. Cool. Unicorn flying. When will it ever end? Yeah, drag's fine. It's cool. Cam's ready.
Guitar 7345 ready for push and start.
Guitar 7345 push and start is approved. QNH 1013.
Push and start is approved. QNH 1013. Guitar 7345.
Firma Tower, good day. Rheinland 9 Victor Alpha, stand 610. Information, Bravo QNH 1013, Boeing 737-800, request clearance to Athens.
Rheinland Victor Alpha, Firma Tower, low information, Bravo correct, cleared Athens, Xibri 5 Alpha departure, Petix 9 Alpha transition, runway 25, initial 4000, squawk 5506.
So we're cleared to Athens, Xibri 5 Alpha departure, Petix 9 Alpha transition, runway 25, 4000 feet initially, squawk 5506, Rheinland 9 Victor Alpha.
Rheinland Victor Alpha, correct.
Cool. Check that warning. Inform ground personnel not to open any cargo doors until all passengers are off the aircraft.
Engine Tower, good day, Ryanair 721, requesting car clearance to Tunis asphalt, information Bravo.
Ryanair 721, Affirmative Tower, hello, Bravo is correct, clear Tunisi, Sosak 5 Delta departure, Conut 8 Alpha transition, runway 25, initial 4000, squawk 5505.
Clear to destination asphalt, runway news to 5 via SOTA 5 Delta departure transition, Con 8 Alpha, initial 4000 feet and squawk 5505 Ryanair 71.
Ryanair 71, is that correct?
That's on.
Itarro 7345, request taxi.
Itarro 7345, taxi holding point Bravo Bravo, runway 25 via Hotel, Papa and Bravo.
Taxi to holding point Bravo Bravo, runway 25 via Hotel, Papa and Bravo, Itarro 7345.
Okay, we're established. Flaps 5. Tower just disappeared right then. As I was about to pull the trigger to broadcast to him. It's like, we are established on your runway. Get down. Flat 15. Yeah, it seems about right. Like, why would they stick around with an aircraft on short final? Aircraft. Oh, she's a bit heavier than usual. Flaps 25. And the speed at the VRAF. Full flaps.
1000.
Check. put power in. Get a pitch up in the power. Pitchy power. It's all crosswind. It's a Turkish 9 Quebec Delta.
Turkish Quebec Delta, Fiume Tower, low wind, 260 degrees, 15 knots, runway 34 left, clear to land.
34 left, clear to land, Turkish 9 Quebec Delta.
Sink rate. 100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Data 7345, Alpha, wait runway 25.
Plan up and wait runway 25, Itaro 7345.
$60 knots.
Nana Victor, Alpha request, push and start.
Nana Victor Alpha, push and start is approved, facing north, QNH 1013.
QNH 1013, push and start, face north approved. Nana Victor Alpha.
Yeah, well, a bad landing. That's two pretty good
Quebec
landings.
Delta, welcome to Fiume via Alpha, hold short runway 07.
Oh, well, Alpha, hold short 07, Turkish 9 Quebec Delta.
Data 7345, wind 260 degrees, 15 knots, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff runway 25, Itaro 7345.
That's going up. Radar's off, some lights off.
Turkish 9 Quebec Delta, thank you, clear to cross runway 07 via Alpha, Victor, stand 702.
Clear across runway 07 by Alpha, Victor, stand 70, Turkish 9 Quebec Delta.
Data 7345, Unicom, ciao.
12.8, Itaro 7345, grazie mille, buon pomeriggio a te, ciao ciao.
Keep it moving. And Victor, go. Cool, next one after this. That one. Gate which. Yeah, it was a relatively chill cargo fire, hasn't floated back up again, which is nice. Which stand is a 70. Ah, he met one of those. Okay. Or 702, wasn't it?
Victor Alpha, ready for taxi, able intersection Bravo Charlie.
Victor Alpha, thank you, via Romeo and Bravo, hold short, Bravo Charlie, runway 25.
Taxi Romeo, Bravo, hold
Even
short,
the
Bravo
large
Charlie,
one, the heavy
runway
one is
25,
too small.
running Victor Alpha.
Everything is too small. Customize airport position 702. That's that one, I think. And .503. Ah, that's how that happened.
You are currently parked at the wrong parking position.
They really need to break those up into parts. So I can select, like, you know, gate 500 and then that opens 500s, 600 and parts. Instead of having every gate in the whole airfield in one list.
Victor Alpha, wind 260 degrees, 15 knots, runway 25, okay for takeoff.
Runway 25, clear for takeoff, running Victor Alpha.
The heck? I'm not trying to take off.
Tower, ciao, Italo 2028, radio check.
2028, Fiume Tower, hello, radio 5, check information Alpha.
Italo 2028, information Alpha on board, stand 404.
Yeah, also, annoyed that the ACC didn't hang it around. Alright, we'll try it again on Sunday. My time, F&O for you guys on Friday. The intention will be to fly into Denver, Colorado on a United Airlines flight, and I'm hoping it'll be from Houston, Texas. Other options include possibly Vegas, maybe even Chicago, something like that. Anyway, that's the plan. I don't want that one there. Cabin crew, disarm doors. Ground crew. Hello ground crew, we do have a request not to open the back cargo doors until all passengers are off the aircraft. Yep, deplane all passengers before opening the cargoes. Thanks.
The boarding requested.
I believe it is just PC right now. Probably give it a couple of weeks before it gets to console, I should imagine. That'll be through the marketplace obviously, so yeah, marketplace does take 2, maybe 3 weeks. Whereas on a PC you can download it immediately the day it's released. Let's get the passengers off, shall we? I can do it that way.
Passengers, the boarding starting.
Yeah, there's a couple of issues with the aircraft at the moment. Some people are having issues getting rid of the parking brake, which you literally just need to press, not the parking brake thing, but press your pedals. Like, actually, because we have GSX running, I can't actually disconnect the brake until I do something first. Let's get the ground stuff sorted. Ground connection, set shocks, cool. Ground power request, cool. Now I can do it. So I'm going to push down on my pedals on my feet, and that disconnects the parking brake. I mean, it's literally that easy. To reconnect the parking brake, press the pedals down, open the parking brake, and disconnect your pedals. So it needs to have like 2 brake sources, 2 buttons, or pedals and buttons. You can't disconnect the parking brake by pressing the parking brake. That's not how that works. If you read on the parking brake, it says parking brake pull. So to put the parking brake on, you pull the parking brake. There's nothing there about push. You can't push the parking brake, you can only pull. So that's not really an issue, but some people have been having amazing trouble getting that to happen. Read the manual and figure out how to do that. Easy. We did find an issue, and it was demonstrated in my previous stream, that if you click this clear button 3 or 4 times, maybe even twice in a row, click click, the sim hangs and crashes. That's a big one. I didn't see it myself, but apparently if you select a star in your route through the Sydney star page, so say for instance LIRF, there we go. So if you select one of the stars, say that one, there we go, it's happening now. So I've already selected a star because we flew it. And now that we've flown the start, I can't select another one. It's locked out. So that's a bug. And what else did we have? The windscreen wipers don't wipe any water off the windscreen if you're raining. So in the rain, the windscreen wipers will move and make noise, but they won't actually clear off any of the water. What else did we have? The engine sounds are a bit meh. The engine sounds in P3D are a lot nicer than the ones in this sim. Don't know why. I think that's everything. That's everything covered. Everything else works fine. We have ACARs, that's pulling out ADISs that you can connect to ATC, CPDLC. For hoppies, you can get weather information, TAFs, that kind of thing. Obviously the checklists were working very nicely. It throws the ADIS up to there if you want it. You can log into an air traffic controller, and by chucking their code in, you type into the FMS keypad and then throw it over there with your mouse. So whatever you type in here, plop, and it'll just pop over. Of course, you need to exit that one. So yeah, that works nicely. Yeah, apart from those couple little bugs, I reckon it's like maybe four or five bugs. Apart from that, yeah, flies very nicely. Hand flying is amazing. I've just done 2 very nice landings in crosswind conditions with rain on the first one, and I think it was 10 knots direct crosswind on the second, and the aircraft just touches down nicely. Much nicer than this 737, which is all over the shop sometimes. I do find it can get a bit heavy on the controls as you slow down, as in you're going to have to start pulling back and then trim it out. But I think that's true to the real aircraft as well. It is a pretty long aircraft. Apart from the clear button in the FMS, I haven't had any major issues that stopped it. And I'm sure that particular issue, because it does crash the sim, essentially, will be addressed quite quickly. GSX apparently doesn't play particularly well with it, and I've seen it bounce around and shimmy a bit, so something to work on there. I'm sure GSX will have an update for this like within a week. They need to get some contact points correctly.
Crew deboarding starting.
Crew deboarding. Let's see if they come out this door here. Yeah, like 777 out of 10. But in conclusion, yeah, I'd fly this thing for across the pond. I'd even do it now. How many liveries come with the old bird? Let's have a look. I'm going to go back inside so I don't have to listen to that APU blasting away. Let's shut that down, actually. So, PMDG. Have the operations manager, see if that loads up while the sim's running, because it probably won't. It does. Okay, let's go. So, aircraft, liveries, Microsoft Flight Sim, PMDG 777. And there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's Japan. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, down to EVO. That's it, 17. So So we get 17 liveries in the manager. And what's happening in Flight Sims, I'll tell you. Boeing 737 ER liveries. Let's get rid of that dumb ad. Saudia, Red Wings, Ethiopian, Saudia Retro, Norwind, is that even real? Don't know. Egypt Air, I'm literally going to download that as we speak because that's one of my the cool airlines. Cathay Pacific, which I need to download myself because we should have used that last flight. American Airlines, Turkmenistan, Osprey, which is a virtual airline, Atlas Global, which is a virtual airline, Austrian, not a virtual airline, TAM Chile, Eva Air, Virgin Australia. We have 8 pages of these things. There was a livery right there. There's no American Airlines livery. What's that? So yeah, American Airlines right there. Page 2. We have Continental. Some way to remove the hand from your EFB. That's hilarious. KLM. New Zealand with the black livery. Kuwait Airlines. New Zealand with the white livery. Fictional Canada Airlines, apparently. Another Saudi. Global Wings. That's a virtual airline. Swiss. Indigo. There we go. Laser. Portugal TAM. Alitalia. A weird fictional United Airlines with an extra swoop in it. Why? Don't know. A very old Delta Airlines. Greek Sun Airlines. They don't actually fly 777s, but whatever. The orange KLM. I like that one. Canada Go Canada. Philippines. The current KLM. Turkish in different colours. Atlas. I didn't know they had 777s. They do. There's a 777 freighter. Yeah, okay. One World Airlines American in its metal finish. I like that. That's classy. VXL, Starliner, a couple of variants of different things. South African. Yeah, 8 pages worth of it so far. Korean. Couple of Star Alliances, a Aeroflot that changes the cabin, okay. Air to Mexico, Turkish, the biofuel one. Is that Venezuela airline? So yeah, plenty of choices. Emirat. Anyway, with that all sorted, I guess I'll see you guys in about a day and a half. Yeah, 30 hours, give or take. Till then, I have been Musical Aviator. Hope you enjoyed the Rome twice. Pity we didn't get to Turkey, but I've only got a freeway scenery over there. Wouldn't have been as cool as this one. The hunt for air traffic controllers failing, I'm afraid, but at least we have a proper event coming. Look at that cross the pond that's happening without any ATC. Massive conga line. Love it. Anyhow, hope you enjoyed. Have a very good weekend. Bye for now.